Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We have some news as usual, not too much, but there were definitely a few interesting things that I thought you guys would like to see, so let's get to it. The very first thing I want to show you guys is the finalized version of the Rebor Ecrexonatosaurus, and I think it looks really nice. A very realistic, very naturalistic tone of color used for the majority of the body, and I think overall the coloration is done really well. Another Rebor figure that I absolutely cannot wait for. As you can probably tell at this point, there are quite a few similarities between this and the Disney's Dinosaur Carnotaurus coming out. But since the two species did look fairly similar, with the obvious lack of the trademark Carnotaurus horns on this species, they should look fairly similar. Again, maybe not the most realistic depiction of this species, the most scientifically accurate, but actually I really do quite like the figure a lot, and I am really looking forward to picking this up along with the upcoming Disney's Dinosaur version. And then if anybody was interested in what the size of the upcoming Rebor Oddities dinosaur skulls was going to be, you can see what Rebor has posted an image here next to a human skull to kind of give you guys an idea of roughly what the size of these figures will be. And I definitely think they are really quite nicely sized, and at this size the price shouldn't be over the top crazy or anything, so that's also more good news if you ask me. But again, pretty much everything coming out of Rebor at this point I am extremely excited about. And one of the things I think I am the most excited about is this, the Compsognathus preserved dissection specimen. It apparently is a juvenile. I'm not entirely sure what the size of this piece will be, but you can see overall this is incredible and quite clearly painted up, very similar to the Jurassic Park style Compsognathus, so you can pretty much own your own dissected Jurassic Park style Compsognathus thanks to Rebor and their Oddities line, and I am beyond excited about this. Such a very cool, interesting idea, and I think Rebor has pulled it off brilliantly throughout what I can see in these images. Definitely, again, something I am extremely excited about coming out of Rebor, as they are just absolutely on a roll lately. And then as far as Dinosaur Dungeon goes, they are actually creating some new models. They are creating some Allosaurus statues, I believe a male and a female, where one will be obviously standing, the other will be laying down, and I am extremely excited about this as well. I think Dinosaur Dungeon creates some of the best sculptures that you'll see anywhere when it comes to anything prehistoric, and both of these Allosaurus kits are already looking incredible, even without any real detail or anything included on them. They absolutely look awesome, and just the poses alone look extremely realistic and quite beautifully done. Cannot wait to see the finalized product when it is officially completed, and this may be my first buy from the Dinosaur Dungeon, although they have quite a few others I really do want to get a hold of. I am a huge fan of Allosaurus, and I may not be able to say no to these. As far as Candid Sculpts goes, they are creating another Spinosaurus. If you are familiar with the Candid Sculpts line, you'll know that they actually had one a while back. However, they recently stated on their Facebook page that they were considering remaking their Spinosaurus to have a little bit newer and a little bit of a more updated look, and then the news dropped about the complete transformation of the tail of the Spinosaurus, and just in time for Candid Sculpts to correctly sculpt theirs out to be potentially the most accurate Spinosaurus on the market right now. So we'll have to follow along with the progress, and as of right now all we really have is the head sculpt, and it already looks incredible, like usual from Candid Sculpts. And then if you can recall the company Thinkart, I had reviewed the Allosaurus, Styracosaurus, and a Mosasaurus from them quite a little while back. Well, they are officially on their way to creating another prehistoric figure, and you could probably tell looking at the image here that it's going to be a Dunkleosteus, which I will be very excited to see. I thought that their last marine reptile, which was the Mosasaurus, came out beautiful, so this time creating a gigantic prehistoric fish, I again will believe that they are going to do just an absolutely fantastic job on this one as well, usually delivering an incredible sculpt and incredible paint. This is something I cannot wait to see more of as they unveil it in the coming weeks. I also want to let you guys know that as far as the Mesozoic Life line and the upcoming Spinosaurus figures they are going to be releasing, they also have informed me that they will be redesigning their Spinosaurus a little bit to more correctly match up with what we now know to be accurate as far as the tail and pretty much as far as creating the most up-to-date Spinosaurus as well, so it's kind of a race between them and Candid Sculpts right now to see who can pop out the first scientifically accurate Spinosaurus, or at least what we believe currently is scientifically accurate until something else changes on this incredibly strange dinosaur. But they again will be updating their Spinosaurus, both I believe a male and female they have that they will be releasing, and again when they do release they will have the updated Spinosaurus look. I also have these brand new images from Chen Yifei of his upcoming Tyrannosaurus, which I believe is finally completely finished and ready to pre-order. The figure will be in 1/20th scale and 1/35th scale. The length is 61.5 centimeters and will be $245 US for the 1/20th scale, and the 1/35th scale version has not been determined as far as the price or anything goes quite yet. Neither of those prices, I would imagine, would include shipping costs, so you will have to consider that if you are interested in this incredible looking Tyrannosaurus Rex model. But if you are in fact interested, you can contact him, as I will include a link to his email down in the description where you can contact him. I will also include a link to his Facebook page, as well as you can contact me and I can contact him for you if you do want to inquire further about picking up this beautiful Tyrannosaurus Rex model. I think it looks incredible and one of the coolest looking Tyrannosaurus models that I have ever seen in my entire life. I can't even imagine how beautiful it would be if it were painted up. But again, if you are interested, make sure you check the description or contact me to acquire one of these incredible Tyrannosaurus models. As far as Bullyland goes, we have some images of some very interesting looking minifigures that will be coming out. I don't really know quite sure how I feel about the majority of them. Some of them look decent, and I guess if you take them into consideration as being maybe babies, some of them look quite nice. Like I think the Stegosaurus could make kind of a cool looking little baby Stegosaurus, but then you have some like the Velociraptor here, which I'm not really a big fan of. I don't think the sculpt looks very good. The Dimetrodon is very childish and not really that great either. Pretty much most of them I'm not a huge fan of, like the Triceratops either is not very good. But I am still excited to see anything occurring with Bullyland, and I'm not a huge fan of these minifigures, but I definitely am interested in their mainline figures, their larger figures, so I am quite psyched to see what they pull out of their hats as far as that line goes. But I did want to show you guys these minifigures that will be coming out in the very near future from Bullyland. And the final thing I have to tell you guys is from Nanmu, and that is that we are finally going to get a Stegosaurus from Nanmu. That is incredibly, incredibly exciting. About a month or two ago, I had stated in a news video how much I would love to see Nanmu take a chance on creating a Stegosaurus, and a few days ago, actually right when I released my last news video, they released the news of this Stegosaurus, and I had just missed it by a little bit, but I did want to include it obviously in this news video to show you guys it looks absolutely breathtaking, exactly as I expected it to. And what I really love about it is it looks like it's more based off of like the Lost World Jurassic Park Stegosaurus, as the Stegosaurus in Jurassic World, both versions of Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom, kind of had its tail closer to the ground, so it didn't quite look like the Lost World version did. It was its own entity in Jurassic World as opposed to kind of staying faithful to the previous films. So I do love that they've modeled this more after the Lost World, which is my favorite version of the Stegosaurus from any of the films. It looks absolutely beautiful as far as the sculpt goes. I really cannot wait to see them unveil the paint jobs of this figure. And of course you can see here the entire Nanmu line that is currently in production. Absolutely insane how many figures they have been releasing, especially when it comes to Jurassic Park or Jurassic World style figures. They've released quite a few already and have a ton in the works. So very, very, very exciting time to be a fan of Nanmu. So as of right now, guys, that's all the news I've got. When more comes out, I'll be sure to send it your way. But until then, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.